I did it! Again! Nice. Hi guys. A little late tonight. The last week or so, close to it now. We've been making videos in the morning. Today, I did something different. And that was pretty nice. You want to know what it was? I went outside. And you might be like, what? Outside? What is that thing? Well, I have proof. First, let me see on the proof. Oh, look at that. It's me outside. It's the Giant's Causeway up here in Northern Ireland. Great place. Very cool. Basically, it's a little place where a bunch of rocks out at the sea has been formed by volcanoes. Very cool. Had a little road trip. We went to the... what's the name of it again? It's called... The Dark Hedges. You might have seen it in the Game of Thrones. So yeah, we went out to see some Irish nature. And it's like, well, isn't it legal on? Shouldn't you be streaming? And honestly, I've been thinking a lot about that lately, right? Streaming versus, my own mental health and everything. And I don't know, I felt like I needed this. So I just said, yeah, I want to go. So I went, even though it's a Friday and it's like, oh, you should be streaming, Nugi. It's like, terrible. Sis was like, oh, hours, numbers, and it's like, but I do think that some of my recent kind of like wellness has come from just focusing more on just making myself feel good, and I think that shines through in the streams. I don't know. You guys can tell me whether or not I'm full of whatever or what. Have my streams been better? I don't know. I feel like they have. So I'm focusing like on me, so that I can bring better energy to the stream. So I think that's been good. But yeah, definitely recommend going going outside. And if you're in Northern Ireland, lots of great nature to check out. In other news, yesterday, we had a bit of a clip that got circulated with me talking about what was it? The league and such, where I felt like you needed. I think it was a clip. I didn't. I should have seen. I should have just watched it before this. But okay, basically, I was having a long conversation about endgame versus the progression into masters and other like side content. My point was just to make it clear that it felt awkward that I had to go through a lot of Maven quest lines to get watchstones, to get higher chance of getting side quests, to interact with the side quests, when the league is about interacting with the side quests, and I can't just do it naturally. And it feels like I'm going through all this stuff. I wanted to use the side quests to get to the side quest. So it's like, it's flipped. And I think, like, one of the reasons why I think it's a problem, because, I mean, we've had this system before, and PoE has, for a long time, just grind a lot of maps, and you get resources, and you grind more maps, and all that, and with master missions, when they were less relevant as well, you didn't really use them as tools to get to the next place as much, but now they've been improved, and you're encouraged to use them more. So they're kind of like a thing you did when you felt like mapping wasn't enough. And now with boosting them and really pushing the narrative, this league, that this is where you should go, it's a little weird that we're not really allowed to go. So that's kind of where that comes in, and I think that drives well into recent harvest stuff as well. So you guys might remember when they announced this thing, and everyone was in an uproar. Oh no, and you're killing the game. And I get that GDD's, so GDD has a different, like, they have a game they want to make, right? And they're trying to take the best, they're trying to get the best ideas out of the things to implement and not let it like ruin the overall idea going forward in what their vision is in terms of like what should the game be in terms of like RNG, determinism, and all that in creating gear. However, I do feel like with this league, we're seeing a lot of people being like, well, this is very underwhelming. And I think a lot of it also has to do with, well, like, look at a line like this. Upcoming changes, right? Previously, every seed in the patch grant an instance of a seed, of that seed's craft. Now only some of the seeds do, right? So you're getting 5 fewer crafts, right? But that's fair. Okay, higher tier seeds are closer to 1-to-1 to the ratio from before. Right, but closer. So I've heard a lot of stories recently about people who been basically sitting in AWOG while doing their other stuff. Very much so, and they've yet to see a T4 seed. I have not. I have spent a lot of time. Every time that the harvest, I go in. I've listened to a lot of other people doing harvest, focusing on harvest, and barely any of them is even getting a single exalt with, you know, +1 fizz or something. And a lot of people went into this league with, oh, I just need one, because I know how to like make that one item that just kind of like uplifts my build within the league. And to make it so that it feels nearly impossible, that you have to get this, like, that you just have to get lucky to get something you planned around to work out for you, feels really bad. So I don't know. I want them to be more upfront with us in terms of what is it we're actually getting, rather than selling up a bag of goods and then we open it up and it's just about your alt and transmutes, right? Rather than, you know, the shiny stuff that we want. I mean, Ultimatum League is, I like it. I think it's very fun and engaging, and it's fun to go in with. But it requires that, like, it's like a cool event within mapping to like kind of break up the mapping cycle. You can like take it or not. You can kind of like engage with it when you want or not. But it doesn't really add that much further from the game. It's a cool little double or nothing you get every now and then. But I think what we've gotten used to over the last leagues is we can more choose where to go, and they've really stripped us a lot of those options. Yes, you can. Okay, so one of the contentions someone made yesterday with my with the clip was that, well, you have all these tools, you just need to get all your Maven watchstones, and therein lies the problem. I think personally that that's just the wrong way around. And that they can't be split at all. That it's like I need to do this other thing to engage with what the league wants to give me. It's just a little odd. I like a lot of the stuff that it's adding, but we had to talk about that yesterday. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, with all this new energy, right? So since I went outside, I just wanted to clarify this. With all this new energy, you know, let's talk about gaming for a little bit. I made this build yesterday, or I started it yesterday. It's my chieftain. Vol or nope, alls. It's great. The gears just randomly slapped together to get some EO and stuff. It feels to me very much so as this has a lot of scaling towards the end game. I got like a little host. I got lucky, got this thing. I think most people prefer getting a fire cluster, but this one's honestly pretty good. Skill effect duration, damage over time. I do need accuracy because I need to somehow keep up early overload. So accuracy is nice. And I also need to hit the enemy with the arrow, or otherwise it won't burn. And we need to hit them multiple times. So we need like a reasonable amount of accuracy. So that's definitely a thing. So we need some accuracy, some EO. I mean, I was considering, should I go RT? I don't know. I think EO ends up being better. It's very fun with just Vol burning arrows flying everywhere. Boo, 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 boo. So I'm really like this. Vol skill change is making them a lot more fun because they're a lot more usable, and they charge up pretty well on bossing. I don't know if you know, but I have like some flasks as well here that we're probably going to build around later on once I have gear for like a proper Soul Ripper build, but that's going to be later in the league. There's another build, like, so Sizz is started doing it, and I want to do the same build at some point. I don't know if I'm going to use the same like skill set, but the base of the idea is you use the shield, the new shield, wild 6 keystone shield. Use it with Tempered of War. I think that's a Karui one. And I'm so upset with myself that I didn't think about this earlier, because I've thought about it in the past. Oh, what if we got a chance to put the it's the chaos one that converts, I forget what it's called, but it's on the Vol Keystone, and Temple of War. If there's any way we could put them together, we can convert all that elemental damage into either fire or chaos, and that would be crazy good. Because, I don't know, but there's a lot of things in this game that pen, and like lightning and cold and shaper balls and all that. It's like, oh, it doesn't do any penetration anymore, and you can like mitigate all of it with just your fire and chaos damage. Oh, chaos resist, it's crazy. So I'm really looking for, I really want to find that shield. So I need to figure out how to find that shield. I actually don't know yet. We'll figure that out. But first, we are going to really put some effort into. I'm gonna use this burning arrow build to really push the Atlas to get to the Maven, because let's just face it, we need all the Maven stuff. I'm run dry. I've wrapped my head around against this, and it's like this, like 10% or whatever chance to get. It just doesn't cut it in terms of engaging with the league mechanics without the Watchstones. There's just not, we're not getting enough. Yeah, you can split your attention a bit, and I probably should split my attention more, but there's just like, I haven't even gotten triggered. I didn't even get trigger gems, and that kind of just triggered me. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, we have a reasonable missions. It's not that, but one thing someone mentioned that I think would be a good idea, why not be able to like 3-to-1 or 3-to-2 or 2-to-1 your missions, or why not whenever you complete a map, just have it give you global missions that you can choose from. Like, is it really that bad? Are master missions really that, you know, dangerous? If every time you just complete a mission, you can get a mission and you don't have to like sit in like certain like. So my point with this is that you wouldn't have to sit in a certain region to get the master mission for that region. You would just kind of play the game. And then you would accumulate missions, and you could apply them to whatever region you wanted to. Like, I'm going to use some of my missions in this region. Oh, I'm going to jump over here in this region. And you can just kind of like decide yourself. I think that was a really good idea, but, you know, I mean, it's out there now. But yeah, with that, freshly, newly invigorated, full of vitamin D, me is now ready to start streaming. So I'll be streaming in, 15 minutes or something. And until tomorrow, or whenever you see me on the stream, that's it. Hope you liked the video. Bye!